Okay, ladies and or gentlemen, we're back with some more World War Z USA. It is absolutely wild outside. It's like 75-mile-an-hour wind, driving rain. I'm in my office. It's lunchtime. This is probably the quietest, calmest room in the house. So it's still Christmas, festive days. This is going to be my last run through. In the last game, in game 2 of World War Z, I wasn't quite sure about the defensive zone, and let me show you. In particular, this section. Now, having read through the rules, you can deploy units in a region or a defensive zone. So the fact that that's one big area, I should have deployed in each zone, didn't change things, but it's worth knowing for future. So I'm going to quickly play it through again, and I think I've got everything right. So this will be the last time I play this game, unless, well, last time on stream, unless somebody drops me a comment and says that they want me to play through one of the scenarios, of which there are loads. Just check out the first version. There are things like Mars attacks, Night of the Living Dead, there's even vampire stuff, there's historic versions. Just have a quick look. There's a whole list. Give it a read. So I'm going to go into this. I'm going to take it as read that you know how we play, basically, because you'll have watched the earlier versions. So I'm just going to go straight in. As ever, the Team Canada dice are our 10s, and Northern Invasion are our units. So let's see where our first Z burst outbreak is. It's going to be in 3. Oh, it's changed. I'm not taking the 3, I'm taking 64. Which means that the outbreak's actually in New York if we go with 64 rather than Kansas. So that's probably going to make life quite scary, because an outbreak in New York is going to be a challenge. So the Z burst max at the moment is what drives that. So we have an outbreak in New York. 5 hordes of zombies turn up. Who knows what's caused it? All we know is that New York City has already fallen. And because, oh, look at that. I'm not going to bring in the nukes just yet. Because it's fallen, they also get, a city has fallen, the Z burst maximum gets added again. We go on to Z phase 2. And the Z burst minimum gets added to the largest population of zombies in a region. Same again, so I'm going to put an extra 2 in. That's the Z burst minimum. And then half of those are going to go on a migration. Before I do that, let's just remember to add some refugees to New York State. Those are the people that once lived in the city. They're now wandering, looking for food. So, where are the Zeds going? They're going to 1. So, 1 is going to take them up to New England. They go to New England. There goes Boston. And then we have some more refugees. And an extra 5 join the horde up there. So, this is... it's not looking great. The northeast of the states has fallen already. So we're going to go to the player phase. First things first, there's no research yet, so we can't have a research breakthrough. We're going to check out our production points. For turn 1 we get D3, which gives us 2. It could be worse. Let's see what we're going to do here. We can't actually bring in any military just yet, so I think the first things first, we're going to have to raise the DEFCON level. That's the most we can do it by in 1 turn. And then I think we're also going to have to, I believe I am going to build a fort in Carolina, in the farmland. I'm thinking this, and this has to be where we try and hold them back. If they break through that zone, we're going to have to come further across. I think that Ohio is going to fall, and I think we're going to lose DC, but we'll just have to wait and see. So that's the end of turn 1. So we go to turn 2. We now get a random event, which is going to be 64. So okay, there's a mutation. Increase the Z toughness by 1. This is going to be difficult. I think this could be the first game where we get a good drubbing. We go to Z phase 1. We find the highest population, which is up in New England. They get another 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to just put it there for now. So we've got 16. They're going to eat the refugees. I did miss the riot phase out in turn 1, but it wouldn't have been possible, don't worry. They're eaten. The zombies gain Z burst minimum is 2, so they get an extra 2 people for that. So we're now up to 18 zombies, so that'll be 9 and 9. We do get some survivalists. The people of New England have they've got communities in the wilderness where they've armed themselves. Yeah, we'll see how much of a defense they put up. And then we go on to Z phase 2. This is definitely the most populous with 18, so they get another Z burst minimum, so that takes it up to 20, and one of those stacks is going to go for a walk. It's going to go to a 6. Oh, glorious, it's off to Canada. It says there, remove Zs, they migrate northward. So it couldn't have been much better for the good people of America. Unfortunately for our Canadian neighbours, who now have a large stack of New York zombies on their doorstep. But that's good. So we come to the player phase. And the player phase, we're going to check. I'll do the whole thing. There's no research breakthrough can happen. So we're going to have a quick look at the way that the rioting works. So you look at the mouths that you have to feed versus the food that you're producing. So each city and each refugee needs food. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 demands for food, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 sources of food. So we're okay at the moment. There's not any rioting. The rest of the country, they don't see that there's much of a problem. We now go to our production points. For turn 2, it's D3 plus 1, which gives us 3. I think the first thing that we realistically want to do is, again, go straight to DEFCON 3. Let's start getting some troops out there. I think that we should zombie toughness of 3 is tricky. I think we really have to look at getting that down as well. Realistically, this is now going to be the area that's going to activate. They're going to attack the refugees. The numbers are going to swell even further, and then they're going to migrate, likely southward. What can we do? We could airstrike it. Oh no, there's only 6 there versus 9 up there. If we get really lucky, we can just keep feeding Canada. Okay, there's only 6 there. So, right, we're going to put some Marines here in this fort, and then I'm going to build a fort in Ohio. This might be silly. I'm trying to get my stuff, and we're going to build it in the city. Are we? No. I'm going to build it in the farm. Okay. We're building our defensive line. We're building it back. We're looking at what's going to come. So that's all of our production done. We've got nobody in a position to attack. So we're going to move to the Z phase 1. We're going to end our turn. Sorry. We're going to go to turn 3. We're going to do our random event, which is a 51. International obligations. Oh. Remove 1 military unit from the map. If there are none on the map, remove 1 from the available units. Well, military units and survivalists, it says. So I don't think that we can send our survivalists off. So unfortunately for us, our strongest unit, we only have 2 units of Marines that we can use through the course of the game. We've had to deliver to as foreign aid, so that's going to come back to bite us, I think. We're going to go to Z phase 1. These are our highest population, so we're going to add 5. So we've got a stack of 8, and we've got a stack of 7. The first thing they're going to do is attack the survivalists. For each unit, roll 2d6 if the strength is greater than the Z strength. Oh, so we're okay. It's only if we attack the Zs that. So we are going to get 2d6 because our strength is greater than their strength. So the survivalists are going to get attacked, and we're going to kill 10 zombies. That is great. So 10 of those are killed by the good people of New England before they are finally overrun. And then for Z phase 2, there are 6 there and there are 5 there, so this is actually the second most populous. So they're going to have a burst of 2, and they're going to migrate before they do anything. They're going to go for a 6. 2 units of 4, and they're going to move into Washington. They're going to go to DC. DC is going to go down, and we're going to get some refugees there. It's okay though, it's not as bad as it could be. I really would have liked my two units of Marines there, but we've got what we've got. Okay, so they killed DC, so an extra 5, which is the Z burst max. So we're up to 9 there. That's definitely going to be the place that they come from next. So we go to the player phase. First things first, we can't have a research breakthrough. No farms have yet been taken, so there's plenty of food to go around. So we're going to go to, we get 2d3 because we're on 3 or higher, turn 3 or higher. So we're going to get 3 production points. Okay, we can work with this. So we need to start thinking about bolstering our defences. So first things first, we're going to go back, and we are going to put some Marines in place, and we're also going to put some army in place here. So we've got a defensive line. Unfortunately, the city in Ohio, I don't know my American geography enough, unfortunately, to know what a city in Ohio is. If you know one, let me know. What's it likely to be? Okay, so we've got 1 production point left. I'm going to actually research. just in case. That's the end of my turn. So we go to turn 4. We get our random event. 52. Virulence increases. Increase the maximum burst by 1. Ooh. Okay, that's not great. Then we go to our highest area. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then clearly that's a 9. So they get an extra 6 now. So we've got an 8 and we've got a 7. They're going to eat those refugees first of all. Basically they attack in their priority order. That is going to give them another 2, because the minimum I can get in any time is 2. But it is also going to bring some survivalists into play from Washington. And then that is still the highest, so we're going to get another 2 for the Z burst minimum. That are going to go on to those 2. And then the larger stack is going to migrate. It's going to go 2. Ooh, okay. 2 is down here. So it's going to move in. Let's work out how this works when I've got somebody in a fort. Z attacks. So it's going to attack the farm. Now in the farm area, I've got some marines and a fort. Right then, so I roll a d6 and that number of Zs are excluded from the rest of the attack process. So 3 of them are not involved in the attack, which leaves 7. So the Marines are going to fight back. Now, if I roll 7, they kill them. If I roll less than 7, the Marines are overrun and so is the fort. I roll 7. So that 7 does kill that unit of those Zs. They're not involved in the attack. Must be attack for each unit roll. Da, 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 da. Remove this number of Zs. If there are Zs left, remove the unit. So what I believe from that point is that because they weren't involved in the attack, the Marines didn't have to fight them because of the fort, and they've held them off. So that was quite good. They're holding strong. Okay, so that was their turn. It comes to myself. Right, so we get no rioting. We have to roll to see if our research, we have a breakthrough, we need a 1. We don't quite get it. That's because you have to roll equal to or less than your current research level. We'll roll for our production points. We're getting 3. Okay. I'm going to get a research. I am going to do an airstrike. Oh, sorry, that should be up on 6. So we're going to do an airstrike here. There's 5, there are 9, so that'll be 2 dice. It's going to be a d6 minus 3 for each one. Just trying to thin it out a little bit. So that'll be 3 and 0, but 3 die. So we have managed to thin it out slightly. It's still the highest. They will overrun the survivalists. We have to start thinking to the future. I'm just going to do another airstrike, I think. There. So, first 0 and 2. That is the end of our turn. And we're going to go to turn 5. The area with the highest amount is now New England, so they're going to get an extra 6. There's nothing to attack there, so they're going to go on a march to 3, which sends them down here, and they are going to eat this group of refugees, and they're going to get 5 more into their group from New York. And then the New York survivalists come into play. So at the moment we've got 15 in New York State. 15 is definitely the highest, so the Z burst minimum for Z phase 2 joins, so that'll be 17 in total. They're going to migrate 3, which puts them to Ohio, and the Z priority is a city, so they are going to actually overrun that city, and they are going to swell their ranks by another 6. Oofed. Not ideal. Not ideal. Okay. We go to our team. Our turn. We roll for a research. We don't have a breakthrough. We roll for production. We only get 3 again. Ooh. We really need to get that Z's toughness back down. Alright, we're going to do an airstrike on them. We get 3 dice. It is still -3 because of the toughness. That's 1 dead, 2 dead, 4 dead. Every little helps. I'm going to do it again. It's possibly silly. 2 dead. Sorry, 3 dead that was. 0 and 0. So another 3. Just got it down to 8, which is now joint top with that. I just don't want this area to fall, so I'm trying to reduce it as best I can. I can't reinforce in there because there are zombies in the area. It's really not going too well here. I don't think I'm going to be able to contain it. Them going off really scuppered me a bit. I'm just going to go to research. Hopefully get a breakthrough next turn. We're going to go to turn 6. A random event. Oh, 14. I bet 64 was a lot better. Oh no. Well, 14. A vigilante militia group. Place a survivalist in any open area with Zs in it. Okay. So let's go. Thing is, because of the priorities, if I put it here, they'll still attack the fort first. So it won't help. But I suppose it's worth having something to act as more of a roadblock. Okay, so we've done that. So we'll have to randomly determine which of these gets the burst, because they've both got 8. So 1, 2 or 3, we'll say it's Ohio, and 4 to 6 is going to be New York. Okay, so it's New York, so they're going to get an extra 6. So 5, 6. I'm going to split that as it is. So they're first of all going to attack the survivalists. The survivalists are going to roll 2 dice. And they kill 10. That was a good fight. They've put up a good fight there. So that's reduced that back down to 4. Unfortunately, they fell. The people of New York have finally fallen. But you know, they did a good job. We now look at the second highest, which is there. They get the Z burst minimum, which is 2. So they're up to 10. They're going to move. And they're going to move to 3. Let's find it. I have a horrible feeling. Oh no, it's down there. split these off. They're going to make their way down into Kentucky. They've found a way through our defences. Unfortunately, they get into Kentucky. They're going to destroy that farm. And they're going to get 4 more zombies. So I'll stick a 5 down and take 1 off. Oofed. Okay. They've broken through the line. I was hoping that I'd got them covered. Clearly not. So let's see if we get a research breakthrough. We don't. Riots, I think we're still okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mouths to feed. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we've got lots. Production, let's have a high one. Ooh, 4, it's better than we've been. So let's put our research up by 1. Let's get rid of some of these zombies here, I think. Because we've got no defences down here, so this can't be the highest. So we're going to have to do an airstrike. It's only going to be 2 dice and then -3. So that's 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. That's still the highest, I think. 6. It is. I'm going to shoot it again. I'm going to go for it again. It's a big gamble. It's my last airstrike. Oh. Oh, 0. No joy. No more airstrikes. And then with my last production point, I will let's get some more army out there. Yeah, we'll go into Atlanta. So that's the end of our turn. Goes to 7. 55. A research disaster. Lose all research points. It's a dicey game. Oh. Okay. Couldn't get much worse than that. So 6 are going to appear here. 5, 6. Let's just 2 stacks. There's nothing for them to attack in this area, so they're going to split and go on the march to 5. Okay, so they're going to march into here and join forces. So how many don't take part in the assault on the Marines? 6. That's good. Which means that only 3 are attacking the Marines. And the Marines kill 12. Crikey, I would have liked to have killed them all there. So 3 die. So there's 6 there, 6 there. So it's going to be a toss-up. So 1, 2, or 3, it's Kentucky. Otherwise it's the Carolinas. It's Kentucky. They're going to get 2 more. And then because there's nothing worth eating there, they're going to split. It's going to be 2 groups of 4. So 4 are going to go to 6 down into Georgia. And they're going to attack the army. I get 2 dice still. And they kill 6. Oof. Whew. There you go, that was quite a successful turn all in all. So our turn, we can't research, clearly. We're still fine for rioting. We've only lost 1 farm and we've lost loads of cities, unfortunately. The East Coast is being absolutely mullered. So we get 4 production points. What we're going to do, Right, first things first, we're going to spend one and deploy some army in the city there, which is in Illinois. I think Chicago, I think, is Illinois. We need to start whittling down some of these zombies. But if I attack with a strength of 3, I only roll 1 dice. So only Marines can really do damage. Because they'd roll 2 dice on the attack. So I'm going to spend another one to put my last unit of military into there. And then I'm going to spend one to get the Marines out of the fort. And yeah, and we're going to start looking at what we can do. So I'm going to do some attacking this turn. Let's see if we can whittle these buggers down. I've got one more. I might as well build another fort. I'm going to put one in Chicago. Right, so now we get to the attacking stage. So the Marines, first of all, are going to go into those zombies. I need to roll a 6. They do it. They clear out those. Okay, and then these survivalists are actually going to have a crack at them. If I attack, let me just read this. So, no, these are only going to get 1d6. They're going to knock off. There's 4 there. 4 there. 5 there. This is going to be the highest. I think I spent that. Right, so all the attacks are free. I'm just going to go for it. They're going to attack them. They kill 3. But they die. These are going to go here. They kill 6. Nice. There you go. Washington. Fight back. That's all we can do. That's alright. We're getting there. We're going to go to turn 8. 34. A plane from South America lands. Select a random region. On 2. Select a random region. How do you select a random region? And it's going to have... So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Should we say that? It's close to South America. So 1, 2, and then 5. Oh, it's a burst of Zeds. So 6 are going to appear here. They activate instead of the normal place. They're going to demolish that city, which is going to create some refugees. LA, some bloody South Americans done us. And they get an extra 6. Oh dear, that could be the end for us. So 6 appeared for the burst. It ate the city, got 6. Then it'll get Z phase minimum and will migrate 4. So it goes into Arizona, and then it's going to split again because there's no target there, and this larger unit is going to migrate 3. It's going to go towards the defensive zone, but D6 won't make it, 1 won't make it, so 3 make it into Texas, and they eat Texas and get another 6. Could it have been any worse? So what started? It looked like we had it under control, entering the last couple of turns. Plane lands in Los Angeles. Zombies crawl out, overrun the city, migrate through Arizona, across the desert, into Texas, Dallas Falls. It's not looking good. I think this is now going to be a beyond help, but we'll see how we finish up. It's a good one. So research we can't deal with, so we can't get a research breakthrough. Let's double check this. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cities left. Well, 5 mouths to feed. And we have got 1, 2, 3. We've got loads of food at the moment. The cities have fallen fast though. We've lost 6 cities. This is more than I've ever lost before. Let's see what production points we get. 5. It's good. I suppose we're gonna up DEFCON level. We're gonna have to. I've got no military left. I've only got National Guard, and their strength's only 2. It's not going to help. No airstrikes. Right, let's just start a mop up over here. 1. 2. 3. 4. Just do the best we can, I think. And we'll do our fighting. So the Marines here. Kill 9. Ooh-yah. Their strength 3. So it's only going to be 1d6. 6 though. Cleared it. Here, 1d6. 3. Clears it. Look at that. We've taken the east back. Unfortunately, it's not quite enough. So let's see what happens next. We're going to go into turn 9. Random event. 32. Oh, it's another one. It's a boat from Hawaii. Roll d6 to determine the region it appears in. It's going to appear in region 3, which is North California. And what's in it? No more Zeds, please. It's a 2. Refugees. So Hawaiian refugees coming to North California, moving into, surely that's San Francisco, I'd imagine. Right then, so this is the biggest, is it? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 versus 7, so 9, they're going to get the 6, 5 and 6. So, and they're going to overrun this farm, and they're going to get 6 more for doing it. And then the big stack is going to, well, they're going to get another 2 for the Z burst minimum, and the big stack is then going to go on the march. 3 up into Kansas. And it's going to eat that farm. And it's going to get another 6. Yeah, I think that's me in a lot of trouble, isn't it? not a nice place to be. There can't be a research breakthrough. How many production points? Oof, 2 production points. Yeah, slipped away. We're going to move 1 into there. At least we can try and clear a bit away. And we'll move these marines. Ugh, they'll just go into there, I suppose. That'll be us. There's nothing we could really do about it. We're going into turn 10. Oh no, we're going to do our attack there. We kill 3. It's not quite enough. Right, random 12 can't be good. Can't be good. A research breakthrough. Gain a research result without expending any points. Woohoo. Too little too late. We might as well put their toughness down. Might as well. Okay, so this is clearly the biggest area. They're gonna get 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There's nothing to eat there, so they're going to go a march in, and they're going to go to a 5. They're going into Missouri. There's nothing to eat there, so they're going to split again. And they're going to go walking again. A 4. They're coming into here, where we put the Marines. Fools. And 6 of them are going to attack. So there's a fort. So how many don't get to attack? 6. So that's it. They can't break through the walls. Fortunately, it means we can't fight them and whittle them down. Okay, so that's 6. And then there's 6 there. And more than 6. So that's the biggest still. It's the hotbed of activity. There's 7 there. Only 4. This has got lots. So they get an extra 2. There's nothing to eat. So they go to number 4, which is north. So 7 are going to move north. And they're going to consume that farm. And they're going to get 5 more Zeds. Ooh, yeah. There's not really much I can do. This has been pretty terrible now. So what can we do? There's no research. Let's have a look at rioting. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mouths to feed, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 farms, 7 farms. So we're all right. No research breakthrough. We get 3 points. Where can we move? Let's see how many we can clear out. We could go 1 and 1, 2. We'll fight there. We now get 2d6, so we clear them. We'll fight here. We get 4. Oh, it's not enough. They keep 2, and the Marines are killed. Oh, right, and thus ends our game. That wasn't great. Let's have a look at our scores. So this has got to be the worst result we've had. So let's see, each city without a riot counter on it. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 cities left. So that's 4. They get 3 points each. So that's 12. Refugees without a riot counter are 2 each. So 12, 14, 16. farms are 1, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Region without Zs or nuclear counters, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. So 36. Our rating is awful. I mean, it's not quite dreadful apocalypse or extinction level event, but awful. I think, thinking through what happened here, I think critical. We were never going to get the perfect score in this one, just because it managed to get through our defences here. I didn't see it getting through and into Kentucky the outbreak. I thought I had them pinned. The thing that really did me was clearly the plane load of zombies that landed in LA and then spread from LA to Arizona, across the desert into Texas and beyond into Kansas, the Great Plains, Illinois and Missouri. I mean, that one plane coming in on turn 8 or whatever it was, when I thought I was pretty much wrapping up the game, managed to destroy 2 cities, agricultural lands, and yeah, turned out bad. Get some customs controls, guys. Just in a zombie outbreak, don't get complacent. Don't just open the doors and let people walk out of these planes. There you go. That was us. That was World War Z USA. Hopefully one day David Kershaw makes another one for, I don't know, Europe or Britain. I'd love a British one, so long as Orkney's on the map. But if not, I hope you liked it. It wasn't good. I've still never used a nuke though. To be honest, if I was at DEFCON 1 when that first plane landed, I think I would have contained it by deploying the nukes. But there we go. World War Z. Merry Christmas.